Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Today, we're going to go over the supply line distribution weekly raid. We're going to go over the level 95 version specifically. This will apply lower. Just go over 90 since it's the highest level one at this point. Go over what team I use, what other team I'd use, and just kind of ideal situation. Obviously, if you're not doing this consistently, I don't have all the same ships or all the same gear, so just give it the best shot you can, but I'll just go over what I do and who I use and other options I have that I would use. So for this, you can get coins, XP boosters, and the gold prints if you're at level 95, and also get 90% or 40% chance of a gear print drop. Gear print you want the most is a craft, sort, sub-torpedo, Royal Navy. Oh, I have 29 of these. So you want this one. You can tell it's different because it faces the other direction. All the other torpedoes face at a horizontal angle that's tilted upwards. This one is tilted downwards and to the right. So it's the Mark 8 submarine torpedo. And the reason why you want this one is because you can go in the gear lab in the Royal Navy sub-torps and make the bidder. And this is probably, in my experience, the best torpedo in the game. So definitely go and try and make this. This one is magnetic. So when they shoot it out, it will kind of gravitate towards enemies. I think it's more worth your while than going for this one. I don't think this one is as good normal, so it doesn't drift towards the enemies as much. I know what this one. I don't know about this one. I've just been using the bidders. Normal. So yeah, the normal torpedoes are fine. So use what you have. But magnetic torpedoes on submarines are much better because they actually go and hit the enemy you want them to hit, or they hit something. So we're gonna go here and go battle. I'm using the American fleet, submarine fleet for this. So it consists of Kavala, Albacore, and Archerfish. They all buff each other. I'll give each other buffs. Archerfish gives your American submarines 50% torpedo crit damage, 8% hit, and 8% torpedo stat, and does more damage to heavy armor enemies. Albacore does more damage to carriers, which is an extra barrage. They all have extra barrages, by the way. And then Kavala is more like the supporter tank of the group. She makes sure submarines take less damage and they heal when they retreat. And then my backup, I'm just have her in here for now for the work on affection, but it'd be something like this with these submarines in here, these German submarines. So let me go over to formation so you can see what they're called. So U-101, U-96, and U-37. This is kind of like the German fleet I've seen people use the most, with the most effectiveness, aka people I know. But I didn't have most of these for a long time. I had U-101 the longest of most of my submarines, but then I didn't really have anyone else use with her, other than like U-401, I think her name is. Yeah, we'll just go over to Archerfish. The gear is basically the same for all of them. I have the bidder torpedo on them. The gun doesn't really matter for submarines. It's just extra nice. Have extra bit of damage. You can put whatever you have to spare on. That's what I have. That's why they all have purple guns. As for auxiliary gear, oxygen torpedo from the core data shop. Just extra damage, more reload on torpedoes. That's nice. Improved snorkel from the merit shop or the core data shop. Extra oxygen so they can stay underwater longer. Let me show you those. Munitions. Core data shop. So those are gonna be these two in here. And then I think there's some other submarine gear, but I haven't really bothered with the battery. It's submarine range, so this makes their range on the map a bit bigger, so I don't really worry about that. You can just move them. Oil cost is not too much. And for my secondary fleet, I would just swap the gear over. So they have the same gear and they all buff each other. Yeah, let's get this underway. So you start submerged, you have enemies with a detection range, you also have mines. If you're submerged, you can go underneath the floating mines. If you're above water, you can go above those mines. The underwater mines. We have a oxygen gauge. Gonna try, oh shit. You wanna hit a couple of those treasure ships. I already messed this up, I'm getting attacked. When your oxygen gets low, just swap over to your next ship in the group. I've horribly bungled this up. Gonna run past real quick. Probably won't get the maximum reward because I didn't shoot a whole bunch of those. They will shoot depth charges at you, so just trying to dodge those and just kind of stay out of detection range. We're just kind of just chip away at the boss. Okay, and there's another set. So don't use all your torpedoes in the first boss. And as you can see, once you swap over, the other submarines regain their oxygen stat. So you shouldn't be servicing unless just quickly dodge one of these, because these enemies will spot you then. Yeah, don't do it, I just sit there. Run past them real quick. And just be aware your mag torps will go for the mines as well. Oh geez, that's getting a little crazy there. You see, I'm doing a good amount of damage with these torpedoes per hit. Just fire up barrage, torpedoes. And yeah, those depth charges do really hurt, especially from the Siren boss. And there we go. So yeah, just kind of dodge around. We didn't lose anyone. Get bonus points for sinking cargo ships. I think as long as you survive on this one and sink 2, maybe? I don't remember what the threshold is. But yeah, so you end up getting submarine gear. This is pretty good. Dealing with submarines. This improves your detection range. As for submarine blueprints, the one I showed, the Mark 8, is the one you definitely want to get. But otherwise, use what you have so you can get to that point. It doesn't give like requirements. So yeah, that was the supply line distribution. I'll go over the other fleet too. This is my secondary fleet. Let's see. Improves accuracy by 15%. Just the first to last person in the submarine fleet. She goes further ahead. So I have her in the middle just so she doesn't go so far ahead. It probably doesn't make a difference. Probably It probably helps her to go further ahead, so her torpedoes have less time to travel, and so they probably hit better. Wolfpack formation. Extra evade and extra damage to DDs and light cruisers for all your Iron Blood submarines. That's nice. So you're better for light enemies. And then for each Iron Blood submarine in your fleet, extra torpedo reload. You notice a theme with these: torpedo crit rate, and then start of battle torpedo barrage. Nice. Wolfpack formation, accuracy by 10%. And then 15% damage, crit damage for all your Iron Blood submarines. So I believe U-96 is in the permanent pool, so definitely try and get her if you're pulling in special. Or if there's an event where the main ship is like a aircraft carrier, then pull in there, might get her. Not a bad option for the wishing well too. And then she gets buffed when you have more Iron Blood ships or submarines in your fleet. I believe these both are in permanent, so you can get them from there. I believe U-37 is from the Ulrich von Hutten event, so it's gonna be a little bit, or no, not the Ulrich, Peter Strasser event. So that just had a rerun a couple months ago. Be a bit before she's added to the permanent pool. I think she is also a drop from the drops in the event map and is in the shop. So that won't be available in the shop, won't be available in War Archives, obviously, but you can farm her there. So she's pretty accessible. Extra oxygen, damage against light armor enemies. So the Iron Blood is better for light armor enemies, and the Eagle Union one is better for CVs and heavy armor enemies. You can reload, and then buffs based on that. So yeah, hope this was helpful. It was kind of brief. Well, not real brief, but yeah, and then cats, use what you have that buff the submarines. I think the default name is Steel. This is the submarine cat you want to have. Something that buffs torpedo stat and reload. And then Flames Aggression is very good for submarines. It does, and then while the submarines are on the screen, the cat's effects are in place, so your whole fleet gets this 3% damage increase, which is very, very nice. Yeah, this is definitely your cat to have on your submarine fleet. It probably wants me to have it on this slot, but whatever. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this was helpful. See you next time.